أهلا وسهلا بكم. اليوم عندنا فيديو مهم جدا لطلاب IELTS Speaking، خصوصا اللي مستواهم حول باند 6 وهدفهم يوصلون باند 7. في هذا الفيديو راح نسوي شيء واضح ومفيد، نفس الأسئلة بالضبط لكن بإجابتين مختلفتين. إجابة باند 6 من متقدم، وإجابة باند 7 من متقدمه، وبعدها راح نشرح بالعربي الفرق الحقيقي. ما الذي يجعل الإجابة ترتفع؟ هل هو كلمات صعبة أو تنظيم أو أمثلة؟ اسمع أولاً وحاول تلاحظ طول الإجابة، الربط بين الأفكار، الأمثلة، وطريقة تطوير الفكرة. خلينا نبدأ.
Good morning. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Ahmed Hassan.
Thank you. Can I see your identification, please?
Yes, here you are.
Do you work or are you a student?
I work as an electrical engineer, and I've been working for about 3 years.
Why did you choose this job?
I chose it because I like problem solving. Also, I think engineering has good opportunities, so it was a good option for me.
Do you prefer working alone or in a team?
I prefer working in a team because it's easier to share ideas. But sometimes for difficult tasks, I like working alone so I can focus.
Let's talk about your hometown. What do you like about it?
I like my hometown because it's quiet and people are friendly. Also, it has good places to meet friends, like cafes.
Now I'm going to give you a topic. You'll have 1 minute to prepare and up to 2 minutes to speak. Describe a person who has influenced you. You should say who the person is, how you know them, what influence they had on you, and explain why this person influenced you.
Okay, I want to talk about my older brother. He influenced me because he's very hardworking and responsible. I know him, of course, because he's my brother and we grew up together. When I was younger, I used to see him studying a lot and taking care of our family. So I learned from him that you should be serious and plan your life. He influenced me especially in my education because he encouraged me to continue studying. And also he gave me advice about choosing my career. So yes, I think he influenced me because he was a good example.
Thank you. Can I ask you 1 or 2 questions about that?
Sure.
Do you think role models are important for young people?
Yes, I think they are important because young people need someone to learn from. If they see a good example, it can help them make better decisions.
Let's discuss this more. How has social media changed the way people influence each other?
Well, social media makes it easier to influence others because you can reach many people. For example, influencers can affect opinions and sometimes shopping too.
Is that influence mostly positive or negative?
I think it can be both, positive and negative. Positive because people can learn new things, but negative because sometimes it's not real, and it can create pressure.
What can people do to avoid negative influence?
They should be careful about who they follow and not believe everything. Also, they can limit their time on social media.
Good morning. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Sarah Muhammad.
Thank you. Can I see your identification, please?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Do you work or are you a student?
I'm currently working as a junior marketing specialist, and I started this role about a year ago.
Why did you choose this job?
Well, I chose it because I enjoy communication and creativity. I've always liked understanding why people choose certain products, so marketing felt like a natural fit. Also, to be honest, it gives me room to grow because there are many directions I can take later.
Do you prefer working alone or in a team?
In general, I prefer working in a team because you can brainstorm and improve ideas faster. That said, I do need quiet time when I'm doing detailed tasks like writing or planning, so I'd say a mix works best for me.
Let's talk about your hometown. What do you like about it?
What I like most is the sense of community. It's not a huge city, so people still greet each other and life feels a bit less rushed. Also, it has a nice balance. There are modern places like cafes, but you can also find quiet areas to relax.
Now I'm going to give you a topic. You'll have 1 minute to prepare and up to 2 minutes to speak. Describe a person who has influenced you. You should say who the person is, how you know them, what influence they had on you, and explain why this person influenced you.
I'd like to talk about a high school teacher of mine. She taught me English for 2 years. I met her when I was about 16, and at that time I was quite shy and I didn't really like speaking in class. What influenced me most was her attitude. She didn't just focus on grades, she encouraged us to express ideas even if our English wasn't perfect. For example, she used to say, "Accuracy comes later, but confidence comes first." And that really changed the way I learned. As a result, I started volunteering to answer questions, and gradually I became more comfortable speaking in front of others. This didn't only help me in English, it actually helped me in interviews and presentations later on. So overall, she influenced me because she gave me confidence and a practical way to improve, step by step, without fear of making mistakes.
Thank you. Can I ask you 1 or 2 questions about that?
Sure.
Do you think role models are important for young people?
Yes, definitely. I think role models give young people a direction. On the one hand, they can motivate them to work harder. On the other hand, I think it's important that role models feel realistic, so young people don't compare themselves unfairly.
Let's discuss this more. How has social media changed the way people influence each other?
It has changed it dramatically. In the past, influence mostly came from family, teachers, or public figures on TV. Now, anyone can become influential if they build an audience online. This can be positive because people can learn skills and find communities, but it also means misinformation can spread quickly and trends can shape people's thinking without them noticing.
Is that influence mostly positive or negative?
I'd say it's mixed, but it depends on the person and how they use it. If someone follows educational content, it can genuinely improve their life. However, if they mainly consume unrealistic lifestyles, it can lead to pressure and even anxiety. So it's not the platform itself, it's the habits around it.
What can people do to avoid negative influence?
First, they can be more intentional, choose who they follow instead of scrolling automatically. Second, they can fact-check before believing claims, especially in health or finance topics. And finally, taking breaks helps a lot because when you step away, you realize how much noise there is online.
الآن خلينا ندخل في أهم جزء. لماذا الأولى بند 6 والثانية بند 7؟ أولاً، تطوير الفكرة Idea Development. في بند 6 الإجابة فيها فكرة، سبب بسيط، وأحياناً مثال صغير. هذا جيد، لكن التطوير محدود. في بند 7 المقدمة طورت الفكرة أكثر، أعطت تفاصيل، مثال واضح ونتيجة، كيف أثرت الأستاذة عليها لاحقاً. ثانياً، الربط بين الأفكار Coherence and Cohesion. بند 6 استخدم ربط بسيط Because, Also, For example. بند 7 استخدم ربط أقوى وتوازن On the one hand, on the other hand. That said, as a result. وهذا يخلي الكلام انسيابي أكثر. ثالثاً، المفردات vocabulary. بند 6 مفرداته طبيعية وبسيطة وهذا ممتاز، لكن بند 7 يضيف مفردات أدق بدون مبالغة مثل unnatural fit, intentional, misinformation, dramatically. ملاحظة مهمة، بند 7 مو يعني كلمات صعبة فقط، بل كلمات مناسبة للفكرة. رابعاً، القواعد وتنوع الجمل Grammar Range. بند 7 عادة فيه تنوع أكثر في الجمل، جمل شرطية، جمل مركبة وتفاصيل، بينما بند 6 جملته غالباً بسيطة ومباشرة، مقبولة لكن أقل تنوعاً. خلاصة سريعة، فرق بند 6 وبند 7 غالباً مو في صعوبة اللغة، الفرق في تطوير الفكرة، مثال واضح، ربط قوي بين الجمل، ودقة في المفردات. إذا تبغى ترفع إجابتك من 6 إلى 7، اسأل نفسك بعد كل إجابة: هل أعطيت مثال؟ هل شرحت النتيجة؟ هل ربطت الفكرة بشكل طبيعي؟ الآن واجب بسيط جداً، خذ سؤال Part 3 هذا. Is social media influence mostly positive or negative؟ اكتب إجابتين في التعليقات. إجابة باند 6 فكرة، سبب، مثال بسيط. نفس الإجابة لكن ترفعها إلى باند 7 تفصيل أكثر، ربط أقوى، نتيجة. وأنا في الفيديو القادم راح أختار بعض الإجابات وأعطي ملاحظات عملية. إذا حبيت هذا النوع من المقارنات اشترك في القناة، لأننا بنكرر نفس الأسلوب مع مواضيع كثيرة في IELTS Speaking. نراكم في الفيديو القادم بإذن الله.